Yes guys, good day to all of you. Magandang araw po sa lahat. I'm here in my boarding house attending with regional virtual workshop on reading interventions. This is sponsored and organized by Racas. No? Racas means Regional Association of Communication Arts Supervisors. This seminar workshop will greatly help in solving the problem with regards to struggling readers in the school.
Pagmamahal ng ating mga Racas officers para makapaghatid ng mga workshop na tutugon sa pangangailangan ng ating mga guro at ng ating mga mag-aaral. Kaya naman, it is my privilege to introduce to you the person behind the success of this activity, no other than our Racas President. For her welcome remarks, narito po, Dr. Alvidia B. Vergado.
As we look back on those moments, we could testify that indeed, reading can bring us to different places and can satisfy our fascination. I believe having you here today in our virtual training, you would also like your learners to feel what you have felt when you were young and to eventually transform themselves not just a reader, but also a dreamer. Dahil bilang guro, positibo ako na mataas ang inyong mga pangarap para sa inyong mga mag-aaral. Kinakalingan natin sila bilang bahagi ng ating sarili. Kaya lagi nating hangad na walang sino man sa kanila ang maiiwan, lalo na sa pagbabasa bilang sandigan ng lahat ng karunungan. Through the years, the Regional Association of Communication Arts Supervisors believes in the advocacy of the Department of Education in developing the reading skills of every batang Calabarzon. To achieve this goal, we have crafted trainings and workshops addressing the teaching skills of our dear reading teachers. This has been one of our topics, along with journalism and assessment, with the end in mind of transforming our teachers to the better serve our learners. This year, I am proud to share to all of you that Racas will venture into another milestone. The association will be a permanent stakeholder of DepEd Calabarzon, not just in the professional advancement of teachers, but also in other programs and projects of the regional office. It is expected that the memorandum of agreement will be signed at the end of this month. Another leap of our strong desire to be of greater service to our fellow teachers and to our Filipino youth.
Now, so how are we going to identify who are struggling and what do they really need? Because like what I have, explained yesterday, maaaring pare-pareho ng manifestation ng mga estudyante with their reading problems.
Ito guys, ang aking inaatinan ngayon na seminar.
For the manifested problem. Assessment is more than testing. Next po. Po ba ang medyo mahina ang connection? Okay, so ito po ang pinakita ko sa inyo kahapon, yung assessment cycles. Assessment is actually an activity, no? It's part of the teaching and learning process that is being used for several purposes. But again, the data that we can get from assessment would actually help us, no? Would actually help us identify not only how good we are in our instruction or how the student progresses in their learning or how our program is actually being effective, But it also would help us, no, if properly implemented, if properly done, it would also allow us to determine specific learning strength and weaknesses of children, especially when it comes to reading. So, so the purpose of assessment is to improve teaching and learning by diagnosing learning strengths and weaknesses, measuring students' progress against the defined achievement of objectives, and reviewing the effectiveness of teaching programs. It also allows us, to pinpoint specifically what are the strengths and weaknesses. And knowing the student's reading growth influences reading instruction, whereas improved instruction definitely enhances reading growth. So, like what I have mentioned again yesterday, no, assessment informs instruction and instruction informs assessment. Next talk, please. So I have shown this to you yesterday, no? The reading is actually, according to Scarborough, no? Uh, ako ay, gustong-gusto ko tong representation niya, yung skilled reading, no? Yung paano niya nire-represent yung skillful reading. So, again, if we would like to look at reading, no, especially for remediation or intervention purposes, we have to look at it in its two major components. First, uh, reading as a language comprehension process, and second, as a word recognition process. So that means if we want to identify the specific problems in our student when it comes to reading, itong mga ito ang kailangan natin makita. Kaya ba siya hindi nakakapag-comprehend dahil kulang siya sa background knowledge? Kaya ba siya nagkakaroon ng problema sa pagbabasa dahil mababa ang kanyang vocabulary knowledge? O hindi niya masyadong kamay yung language structure ng target language? O medyo mababa ba siya sa verbal reasoning or sa critical thinking? Or talagang yung literacy knowledge niya ay medyo nasa mababang level ng proficiency? Okay? Because if these are the ones that are actually the causes, then that means for the children to achieve higher level of language comprehension, ito dapat ang specific nating tututukan sa remediation or intervention. And in like manner, no, although word recognition may also contribute to comprehension in general, okay? Pero minsan kasi, um, mas mas mababa pa, no, doon sa language comprehension skills ang hindi kayang ma-perform ng mga estudyante. So ito ay pwede nating tingnan sa level ng phonemic awareness, sa level ng phonics or decoding, and of course, doon sa level ng sight word recognition skills ng ating mga estudyante. Next, please. So, meron tayong apat na uri ng reading assessments, okay? So, the four kinds of reading assessments are the following: universal screening, diagnostic, progress monitoring, and outcome assessment. Next po, please.
That's all guys. Please like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel, The Teach Life TV.